ENA Senshiyuan over Konica, Kurumi Good Gamer. L. ENA Senshiyuan over Konica, Kurumi Good Gamer. Lowly Woman Which No Beta L. It's time to wake up. L. Dinner is LAAAAAAT. I'm hungry.
Hello everyone! This is very mysterious music. I'm realizing like this is good music. I don't know if it's good pre-show music. It might be. I don't know, like I feel like pre-show music should be like a bit more upbeat. This is just kind of like sinister sounding. I don't know. Anyway, holy shit, we have people in chat. That is becoming increasingly more rare as at least at the beginning of chat anyway. But anyway, hello Karumi, hello It's Time to Wake Up, and hello LCX.
It's time to wake up. LCX wants you to play Desert Bus. LCX.
I'm sure he does.
Face fuchsia tongue out.
I'm sure he does. You know, it's kind of funny. I've been kind of like doing like a bit of a joke as far as Desert Bus goes. Like maybe I should do an 8-hour long Desert Bus stream. I've genuinely kind of considered it, but like that's the thing is like I don't know. Well, like I definitely don't think anybody would watch it for 8 hours, but I don't know, maybe. I don't know, like maybe someone would watch it. Anyway, daylight savings time has definitely come because L is able to catch the beginning of one of my streams. That is the moment that daylight savings time really began, I feel. When the LCX sees the beginning of your stream. Anyway. We're playing Final Fantasy VI. Now, before we start, and speaking of LCX, I want to give a huge thank you to LCX. LCX patched my GBA ROM of this with, I forget I don't remember the name of the official...
I believe there is a yearly Desert Bus charity stream.
Oh, there's a couple things like that. It's Desert Bus for Hope is what it's called. I forget the official...
LCX.
Yeah.
Better sound.
Is it just called the Better Sound Hack? Okay. Well, essentially what it does is it replaces the, I guess you could argue sort of like remastered sound with the original SNES sound. And, well, I say remastered in quotes because I and many people would argue it's not better. But here they replace it with the original FF6 SNES sound, and as a result, I think it just kind of sounds better. And LCX seemed to think so too, which is why he sent me this. I'm amazed that this works, and even more so, I'm amazed that it kept my saves.
Master 8 Gundam CH Senpai Vlogs for Japanese reserved button wheelchair symbol S7 Ultimate. Hi.
What the f... Who is that?
LCX. Halo Gundam.
I don't know who that is, but I gave him a wrench. But yeah, it's, this is the SNES original music. And, like, you can definitely hear there's a downgrade. I mean, the GBA just, in general, had a much weaker sound processor, so you can kind of hear, like, the actual fidelity of it is not as good. But, I mean, considering that, you know, this is, like, the original SNES sound, give or take some fidelity with all of the, enhancements and more accurate to the Japanese audio translation, and with some quality of life stuff too, you know, like.
Master 8 Gundam CH Senpai Vlogs for Japanese reserved button wheelchair symbol S7 Ultimate.
I do not like how long your name is, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway. Yeah, it kept my save, which is cool because my original FF6 was actually a 7-zip file. This is just a naked GBA file, and it still worked, so I'm happy about that. Okay, so what the fuck are we supposed to do? I don't remember. Have we... Oh my god, this sounds so different. I'm so used to how the, Rage, I guess. This sounds so weird compared to how it's supposed to sound. Also, my... Oh no, it's a decent it looks like it's a decent volume for you guys, but for me it's kind of quiet, so I'm gonna turn it up. I'm not used to this sound, to how it sounds. Like, everything just sounds strange. I'm not sure how much I like... I'm not sure how I like the battle noise. Yeah, that, maybe. I don't know. What do we do here? Where am I on the map, actually? Were we, like... Isn't this where we got the, raid? Oh, wait. Let me go over there. Try that. Silver Lobo. Okay. Well, that did something. Oh, that sounds really weird. I'm not sure if I like this better. I mean, I didn't delete the original ROM. It's still on my hard drive, so if I ever decide I want to change back, I could just do that.
It's time to wake up. R.I.P. LCX Kitty.
I'm sorry, what? Did L's cat die? I hope not. That would be terrible.
LCX. It was an outdoor kitten.
Wait, so was this your cat, or just like some stray you found? I mean, either way, that sucks, you know? A cat dying, that sucks, but I mean...
It's time to wake up. I seen your post in my YouTube feed. LCX. I take care of it from outdoors.
Oh, okay. Well, still, that sucks, but yeah, I guess I was concerned it was one of your cats. That's not too bad, at least. Why didn't it read your first message? That's strange.
Master 8 Gundam CH Senpai
Not
Vbox
exactly
for Japanese
a stray.
reserved wheelchair
Okay.
symbol S7 Ultimate. I Pi Game 2 Game Boy Advance. I lost it in the beach. No Saurian.
Hey, no
LDP,
Saurian.
Hey L. It's time to wake up. I grew up feeding and playing with all the outside cats in my neighborhood. We kinda adopted them. No Saurian. This is my fave version of FF6.
Yeah, they,
LCX.
yeah, and I'm now,
No,
newly
my
playing
indoor
with
cats
a
are fine.
mod that, like, fucks with the sound and
LCX.
makes it more accurate to the
Halo
SNES.
no Saurian.
All this stuff looks like junk to me. Okay.
No Saurian. That sounds cool.
Yeah. I don't know. Somebody who's more familiar with the SNES version, like... I imagine this is... I'm assuming this is exactly the same, minus, like, the, fidelity of the sound. Like, it sounds more compressed, but otherwise I assume it's basically the same.
No Saurian. L. I was so moved by your post. I'm a cat person myself.
I didn't read the post. I probably
LCX.
should.
Yes, it's the same, but it sounds a bit muted.
Okay. Curious, should I turn the volume up, or, just to make sure I know what you mean by me. I think I know what you mean, just, like, as in, like, less fidelity, but... Just to make sure, like, are the audio levels good? Can you hear the music? Nice.
LCX. It's fine.
Good.
We can hear it.
Good. I figured...
It's time to wake up. My favorite was named Gizmo. from Gremlins. He would climb up my dad's truck,
My,
onto the porch, onto the roof, and walk around to our open bedroom window to meow
you know
at
what's funny
bedtime.
is my roommate,
LCX.
at his parents' house.
3 elixir face fuchsia tongue out.
Yep. My roommate at his parents' house has a dog named Gizmo, and I've like asked him about it, and he's like, "No, I've never even seen Gremlins," so that's kind of crazy. I don't know, maybe that's the name he came with, but yeah, it might be the name he came with. Maybe somebody knew about Gremlins, because otherwise, I'm not sure where you would get the name Gizmo from. Honestly, I don't really know what the point of a chocobo is in this game. It just seems like an excuse to do some more cool Mode 7 shit. And quite honestly, just make it... Maybe later the chocobos will, like, take you... Actually, do I want a chocobo now? Because then, like, I might be able to go across the, water.
LCX. No encounters.
Oh, good point.
It's time to wake up. What do you think Nashville hot chocobo would taste like?
You know, there are things in this world that maybe shouldn't have an answer. I feel like if you like cooked and ate a chocobo, it would taste like a tauntaun, like from Star Wars.
No saurian. Probably like ostrich. LCX.
Actually.
Like KFC.
Yes.
It's time to wake up. If you could go back in time and eat a dinosaur, would you?
Yes.
No saurian. Yeah, that's probably more accurate.
Yes, I would. I've said before, like, I would not be opposed to, like, I've often wondered, like, what humans taste like. Like, I'm not saying I would want to be a cannibal, but I'm saying that I would like to know what a human tastes like. Because, like, you know, am I the only one crazy enough to wonder that?
You wouldn't download a chocobo.
I would. I never understood, like... I never understood that, ad, like, it was like a print ad or something, like, you wouldn't download a car, would you? I'm just like, fuck yeah, I would. If I could download a car... You know what? And you know what the funny thing is? You probably could 3D print a car if you're just, like, determined enough and have infinite amount of money. You probably could just, like, 3D print a car and all of the...
From what I've heard, cooked human meat is quite similar to pork.
I mean, I like pork, so fuck it. Maybe I need to start. I need to eat my brother. You know.
LCX. Halo Katsu.
Hey, Katsu. Katsu comes in at just the right time. We were talking about eating people, consensually, of course.
I'm joking. Hey, have you ever thought about how plastic is made from petroleum, which comes from fossilized remains, which means plastic dinosaurs are made of real dinosaurs? It's time to wake
Go
up.
to your room, Nesorian.
Star Wars replicator Wally Mammoth Burgers for everyone.
Hell yeah.
Master
Let's
8
do
Gundam CH Senpai Vlogs for Japanese reserved button wheelchair symbol S7 Ultimate. But no Gremlins Tree movie.
Just give it time.
Katsusanya.
They're gonna make a Gremlins
The
3.
issue with 3D printing a car is that it's impossible to 3D print things into specific materials required for a car to function well.
I mean, you can 3D print guns now, right? Like, if you can 3D print, like... Because, like, you... How else... Like, you couldn't shoot a gun that's just made of plastic, right? I assume 3D printed guns are metal, so you could probably 3D print and weld a fucking car engine.
Katsusanya. Hello Logan, it's time to wake up. Nosorian, L, Master 8. LCX. You could 3D print the chassis.
That's true, yeah. So you can't 3D print a car, but you can 3D print a chassis and make people think that you have a car. And really, isn't that what everyone really wants?
Katsusanya. I think 3D printed guns are all plastic, their bullets are still metal though.
How would that, like... Okay,
It's
but...
time to wake up.
No, like...
If fossil fuels are from dinosaurs, then shouldn't vegetarians not drive cars or use coal-powered electricity?
Well, I mean, maybe... Well, I mean, like... Well, I mean, vegetarians could just drive EVs. They're... You know, they run on electric. Just, like, buy a Tesla or something. Actually, that probably is, like... I mean, considering that is the more environmentally... you know, sound option, I mean...
It's time to wake up. Most everyone are charged from fossil fuel power plants though.
True.
It's time to
Good
wake
point.
up. Evs. Nosorian. At Katsu in my country, native people used to make a dish out of human thighs. We had no pork before the Europeans. Well, nowadays people use the same recipe but with pork. LCX. Seen the Elon Musk pop-up houses?
Seen the Elon Musk pop-up houses? What? I don't know what that is.
LCX. LOL, yeah, you order it and then assemble it on your own. Nosorian.
That is the
Are they
most
like
Elon
us
Musk
robots?
idea I've ever heard. Just
It's time
fucking
to wake up.
build your own IKEA
At
house.
Nosorian,
That's
what
so
country?
stupid. I love it.
Nosorian. IKEA sells houses?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Nosorian.
like, that's a, like, IKEA
And it's time to
DIY
wake up.
house.
Mexico. LCX. It becomes a real house. No construction skills required.
I mean... I guess, but, like, what's the structural integrity of the house? Look, Elon Musk
It's
has,
time
like,
to
a
wake
bunch
up.
of ideas that sound
Buenas
really good on
noches.
paper until you actually think about it for longer than 2 seconds, and you wonder, like, okay, what's the structural integrity of this house, actually? It's probably shit, and the walls are probably razor thin, so if you're, like, doing literally anything inside of your house, it's gonna, like... There's just no fucking way. There's just no fucking way, dude.
LCX. It's built to be able to withstand storms and it's modular. He
Okay.
lives in one. LCX. Look it up.
I guess I'll have to.
It's time to wake up. Sears used to sell mail order houses YAI back in the day, assembly required. LCX.
There you go.
You can connect a bunch of it.
Okay, where the fuck is my armor?
I find it insane
there's-
how much of a midwit Elon Musk gets away with being for some reason. Even the normally very midwit critical people think he's smart.
I mean,
LCX.
I don't know.
Turn it into a small multi-room
Like,
mansion.
honestly, like, here's the thing, is, like, I feel kind of vindicated. Like, because, like, nowadays I think everybody knows Elon Musk is a moron. I knew Elon Musk was a moron, like, before, because, like, now everybody's, like, turned on Elon Musk because he, like, ruined Twitter and all of that shit. Like, I knew Elon Musk. There was, you know, I heard somebody once say he was an assembly line worker who got lucky, and I think that about sums up my opinion on him.
I don't even think Elon Musk is dumb, I just think he's a midwit.
Okay, well, I think he's dumb.
It's time to wake up. Lots of people give Elon credit for his engineer's smartitude.
I give him credit for marketing and marketing alone. Look, here's the thing, is he's not an engineer. He's a marketing guy. If you're the CEO of a company, you're not... Like, Steve Jobs did not build the iPhone. He didn't even come up with the schematics for the iPhone. He was the guy who...
LCX.
Instructed a bunch of people.
Pretty sure his parents were rich from the start.
I'm actually not sure about that. I think, to Elon's credit, I believe he was, generally speaking, I believe he was pretty much he pretty much earned, like, where he is, if I remember correctly. Like he started out, he was an immigrant from, what is it, South Africa or something like that, and then he came over here. He did, like, some video games, then he... Did he create PayPal, or did he buy PayPal and then sell it? I don't remember. And then, like, Tesla and SpaceX and all of that shit. Here's the thing with Elon Musk. I equate Elon Musk to somebody like Steve Jobs. Like, Steve Jobs did not create the iPhone. He didn't even create the schematics for the iPhone. He just, one, instructed people what he wanted out of the thing. Like, okay, here's a product.
LCX.
I want this to be marketable.
Jobs was competent enough to program. He just had other people program for him if possible.
Honest?
No,
was he though? Like...
Hello, Kurumi.
I mean, everything that I've ever seen basically said, like...
Elon.
Like, the reason that the original Apple team, like Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs... The original Apple team of Wozniak and Jobs, the reason that worked is because...
I'm a fan of the other Steve, Wozniak.
Yeah, exactly.
LCX. Yes, he was.
Well, that's the thing, though, is, like, for everything I've seen is that Wozniak basically did all of the technical shit, and Jobs was... You know, like, Wozniak was the brains, Jobs was essentially the bronze. He knew how to market a product.
It's time to wake up.
And by bronze, I mean, like, he wasn't, like, you know, like, attractive or anything, but he was the face of Apple. He was the one who went up...
That's romanticizing.
Well, it's pretty much what I've seen, and I'm sure Steve Jobs may have had some technical insight into it, but, like, especially in the early days when Wozniak had a more active role in Apple computers. My understanding is he still has, like, some stock in the company, but he barely makes anything from Apple anymore.
He was competent enough to understand programming languages.
Okay. I guess I'm wrong.
Cadavret.
But my thing with Elon Musk, and generally what a CEO does, is he, one, instructs people on what he wants.
He just had Wozniak do it because he knew who was better.
Yeah, and Wozniak was better. He created...
ENA Senshuyu over Konica.
I don't know if you've ever seen, like...
Cadavret.
And it's kind of funny that I call Wozniak the brains because he is just off his fucking rocker now. Like, literally... Like, I say that as I'm pretty sure he has a brain injury and just cannot think clearly. Supposedly he was like in a plane crash sometime in the 80s or had some sort of traumatic brain injury or something like that.
Reviews. So what happened?
Not much. We're just talking about like Elon Musk and Steve Jobs. But back to my original point, Elon Musk.
Master 8 Gundam CH Senpai Vlogs for Japanese Reserve
I will,
wheelchair symbol
as much
Ultimate.
bad shit as I will
Yet
say about Elon
Musk,
Musk,
Jenny is
Elon
the
Musk
guy
is
in the
a
universe.
master at marketing, much in the same way Steve Jobs was.
LCX.
Steve Jobs...
There's also accounts from people who worked under Jobs who can attest he understood what they were doing when he was criticizing their work.
I guess that's true. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But, like, Jobs was the one who went up on... Like, the iPhone would be nothing if not for marketing. Yes, it was a technological achievement back in the day.
Chief Reviews.
But...
I mean, if we're talking about the ultimate evil Bill Gates.
Yeah, true. Bill Gates... I would say Bill Gates even is more of a tech wizard than Steve Jobs. Bill Gates, I'm pretty sure, did do some of the coding, at least for, like, MS-DOT. For, like, creating, like, MS-DOS.
It's time to wake up. Billy Goat's Goat.
Yeah. I do believe, like, Bill Gates did do some decoding for MS-DOS, maybe even for early versions of Windows. But, yeah, Steve Jobs, no product is worth anything without marketing. It doesn't matter how revolutionary your product is, nobody is going to buy it if it's not marketed properly.
Reviews. Well, that's subjective. LCX. I mean, people like Jobs have unique ideas and have others do the grunt work.
Exactly, and that's
ENA
going back to my original thing with Elon Musk. He made electric cars marketable, and that in and of itself...
As for Bill Gates, he's on record saying he wouldn't hire his past self on Microsoft.
Yeah, probably. I mean, like, Bill Gates did have a criminal record. Like, Bill Gates has, like, a public mugshot and shit. I imagine he probably wouldn't hire himself. But... Elon Musk, like, if you remember, like, back in the early days of The Simpsons, electric cars were just like, I'm slow and I don't go very far, and if you buy me, people will think you're gay. That's what electric cars were just like 20 years ago, and now
I didn't mean Bill Gates is the
there are people, and now they are, I would argue, more desirable and more luxurious than most gas-powered vehicles.
Technical competence.
And it all comes down to marketing, and that's the cool thing. Elon Musk, I would not consider to be a very charismatic person, but he knew his strengths, and his strengths were marketing. That said, his weaknesses were just about everything the fuck else.
ENA Senshuyuan over Konica, Kurumi good gamer. That one interviewer that tried to school Jobs and he made a comeback.
Oh, I know what you're talking about!
Senshuyuan over Konica, Kurumi good gamer.
I know what you're talking about. That was a good interview. He was just like, do you even know how to do XYZ in Java? And it's just like, motherfucker,
expanded it.
Motherfucker, you're just a nerd.
Electric cars were a thing before the current gasoline cars we use.
Yeah, it was a thing. That's what I'm saying. It was a thing, but just nobody wanted them.
Just a money man. The idea that he was some poor genius seems a lot less. Vintendo Vaults. People will think you're gay face with tears of joy.
Yeah.
Orc War Chief Reviews. Elon Musk is actually a pretty solid programmer from what I've seen.
I guess to a degree, yeah. Actually, yeah, that might be
ANA
true too.
sent
Because I
you
mean, like
over
he
Conica,
programmed his own.
Kurumi
He had
Good
his own
Gamer.
game dev studio
I had
early
to
on.
listen
It
to
was
it for a
Rocket
business
Powered
class.
Games. I don't remember
ANA
what the
sent
game.
you in over
I don't remember
Conica,
what the games
Kurumi
were,
Good
and from
Gamer.
what I understand,
Nintendo
like Rocket Powered Games games
LCX.
weren't generally considered to be
Nintendo.
very good. But I think they were like competently programmed, so. But I mean, like, even if you look at Twitter, like, just in, like, 48 hours or so after he bought Twitter, it just became a mess of, like, loosely assorted spaghetti code. Like, you can talk to people who actually know what they're talking about, and it was just, like, immediately there were, like, 10,000 security vulnerabilities that didn't exist in Twitter beforehand. Because he just fired all of his staff.
Programming isn't so hard nowadays with AI.
Well, tell that to all the people who were laid off at Twitter, and now it just became a poorly programmed shit show.
Nintendo Vaults. Hey El Rumi LD Pirates Orc wake up. Orc War Chief reviews. He also, I believe, programmed PayPal if I remember correctly.
I was asking about that. I don't know if he created PayPal and programmed it, or if he just bought it and then sold it when he was able to make a profit.
It's time to wake up. Waving hand.
I don't remember if he bought PayPal and then just sold it for a hefty profit, or if he created PayPal initially and then sold it for a hefty profit. Because I'm pretty sure eBay owned PayPal at some point. I don't think they do now, because, well, PayPal is thriving and eBay kind of isn't, but...
ENA Senshuin over Konica, Kurumi Good Gamer. Gonna tell L about Xerox. LCX. There's people who worked under Musk who can attest he understands engineering concepts too.
Alright, I don't think there's anything more in this town that I need. Hopefully, I'm correct in
It's
saying
time
that.
to wake up. I think there is shadiness with Elon and PayPal.
I don't know the whole story, so I can't really comment on that. There probably is some shady shit going on. There probably was shady shit going on. None of that would surprise me. By the way, for those just joining in, the reason the sound might sound a bit different is because LCX actually sent me the better sound patch, which basically gives this SNES quality sound.
Good Gamer. Unless Elon creates a private military company, LOL.
Honestly, the way things are going, he may end up just like overseeing the military. I bet he fucking will.
ENA Senshuin over Konica, Kurumi Good Gamer. Nobetan November.
Hell yes.
LCX. Isn't that fine? Less soldier deaths, more drone weapons. ENA Senshuin over Konica, Kurumi Good Gamer. But Nobeta is getting rammed by Xerox. Nintendo Vaults.
I mean, we've done drone strikes in the past, and it has not had that. It has not had that.
It's time to wake up.
It has not had that result.
Less wars, period. ENA Senshuin over Konica, Kurumi Good Gamer. NVM LOL. It's time to wake up. No wars, period. LCX. Yeah, but Musk relies on tech a lot.
I mean... It's kind of just a matter of, like... I mean, look, what it comes... Like, with the drone strikes, honestly, like, I'm pretty sure the, civilian casualties, they weren't the bug, they were the feature. Actually, oh, this is a different town, I think.
Mid-tier guard. Yeah, like when those drones hit those orphanages or civilian cars.
Exactly.
LCX. And you can't deny the huge innovations he's directly responsible for.
I don't know. Well, he's talked about a bunch of innovations. I don't know if any of them has really come to pass.
Halo MTG.
I don't know if he's really done much of innovation. He's talked about innovation, but... Like, he didn't invent the electric car, he just managed to market it properly. SpaceX has talked about a lot of really impressive shit, but they haven't really done much of it. Like, that's the thing, is like, Elon Musk is a good ideas
SpaceX
man.
and Tesla are the innovations?
I wouldn't say Tesla's an innovation.
Mid-tier
Tesla...
Heil Diener, time to wake up, Master 8, Katsu,
Tesla's not an innovation,
Nosorian,
it's just good
Kurumi,
marketing.
Ven, OWC. It's time to wake up. At Nosorian, what is your favorite authentic Mexican taco? Mine is al pastor and shrimp with chorizo. LCX. Tesla cars aren't your 70s electric cars. LCX. They can drive themselves.
I mean, a bunch of people were doing... Well, first of all, no, they can't. They can park themselves. But second, like... Quite literally, I'm pretty sure Tesla is using Google's API for that, so...
LCX. Pretty sure that's a huge innovation.
First of all, Google was the one who started the whole stealth-driving car thing. Second of all, it would not surprise me at all if Tesla's literally using Google's API for that.
It's time to wake up. Musk bought Tesla and expanded it, he didn't create it.
Actually, I didn't even know that, but I feel like that's probably irrelevant. I mean, if he expanded it, but again, like, I think Musk has a lot of ideas that he doesn't really think through. He's a nerd, alright? And he thinks of things the way that nerds do, which is not very... He has like 15 ideas a second and can't really think through one of them.
LCX. Never mentioned him creating it himself.
Well, yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if that's necessarily relevant, but...
Nosorian. Wow, those are great choices. It's time to wake up. I'm not a fan of pork, but my fave is like pasture, but it's made of lamb.
Okay, now that is the...
Nosorian. Gobernador are shrimp tacos from the north, also amongst my fave. It's time to wake up. Neared. Piccolo WH what? Gohan. It's time to wake up. Mexican tacos are way better than American tacos.
I agree. Yeah, I definitely agree. Mexican tacos, as somebody who's had both...
I suppose so.
I agree.
LCX. Tesla did come up with the first AI autopilot system in 2014.
Really?
BTW.
Okay. I stand corrected. I thought Google did it first, like...
No, Sorian.
What, like 5 years ago or whatever?
It's like here we put avocado and pasture in sushi.
I'm thinking I have to get a chocobo so I can go across the river. Or go across the water.
Mike Wolf.
Hey, Mike.
Not to mention all the data the Tesla cars have over all the other brands. LCX. Chocobos don't cross water.
Oh,
Mike
so it's
Wolf.
not... Okay.
They're light years ahead. No, Sorian. No, shouldn't you just be able to walk it to Narshi? Mid-tier guard. Hey, Mike.
Well, I don't really... Like, there's nowhere else I can walk, I don't think, right?
Mike Wolf. Hi L mid-tier guard Logan. No, Sorian. Ho north and then northwest.
Okay.
No, Sorian. Go asterisk.
Oh, I can go northwest, I see.
Mid-tier guard. Yes, so Trump got almost 300 electoral votes.
Yes, yes he did. Over 300 electoral votes.
Mid-tier guard. And actually won the popular vote this time.
He did.
LCX. Face fuchsia tongue out. No, Sorian. You're after Gao's adoptive dad's scenario, right? You just got through the trench with the use of Gao's shiny treasure.
Yeah, I just found Gao.
No, Sorian. What? No? No, Sorian. MMM.
Oh, can I go... No, I can't, right? I can't go across there, can I?
Mike Wolf. We should all start talking caveman style like Gua. No, Sorian. Try going through the bridge and then around the edge of the land mass.
Can I do that? We'll see.
What's funny is he got less votes this time than he did in 2020 and still won.
Interesting. I actually didn't know that.
There's already a compilation of meltdowns after Trump won.
I 100%
no,
believe
Sorian.
you.
No, I don't see the way. This is odd. Electric core blocks Strig.
Hey, Electric.
Hello, LDP. Electric core blocks Strig. What's new? Mid-tier guard.
Not too much.
Hey, Electric.
Just playing.
It's time to wake up.
FF6.
Oga Booga. LCX. Hey, Electric. Katsu Sanya. I find it so weird how more people voted this time. No, Sorian.
No, less people.
Oh, I know. It's time to wake up.
Voter turnout was like
UNGA
significantly
Bunga.
worse.
Mid-tier guard. He got 74 plus million in 20 and currently 73.3 million. No, Sorian. You gotta sail. You sail from there, Nikki, to South Figaro.
How do I do that?
Mike Wolf. I was wondering when you'd get back to this game. Seems like you haven't played forever.
LCX. I took a break last week because, I didn't do it last week because of Super Castlevania 4.
Go to the pier and ask the sailors to take you to South Figaro.
Oh, okay.
Katsu Sanya. If it was worse, then how come he won the popular vote despite having less votes? Katsu Sanya.
He won the popular vote despite because less people voted in all is what I'm saying.
I'm being dumb, lol. Mid-tier guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause everyone liked the candidates even less than usual.
Yeah. I don't understand that, but, I mean, clearly there's a lot I don't understand about this. People are just fucking stupid and irredeemable, and at this point, I've just disassociated. Like, anything that has happened past Tuesday, I have no idea what the hell is going on. I've tuned completely the fuck out. As I think a lot of people have.
It's time to wake up. Both parties have major flaws, points of division.
For sure.
LCX. Saw someone on TikTok crying she had no more rights.
Okay.
No, Sorian. Ha ha ha, LDP, I feel the same way. Mid-tier guard. Maybe cause people judge candidates by their character, not just what issues they supposedly stand for.
Yeah, that's the thing,
Nintendo
is
Vaults.
people just...
Were you aware you can write anybody's name on the ballot?
Oh yeah,
Somehow no one elected me after I offered free cheeseburgers.
You know, I actually, like, if there's somebody who's, like, running unopposed, or, like, there's, like, a vacancy or something like that, I will often just write myself in.
I found it not even worth trying to pick. No, Sorian. I just hope I get my DCC dice I ordered to my PO box in Texas before we were banned from entering the country face with tongue. Mid-tier guard. Harambe got 15,000 votes in 2016 that way Nintendo.
True. Didn't D's Nuts also get like a shit ton of votes that way?
I would vote for free cheeseburgers.
Okay, so I have to go to a pier. I assume it's in this town, so probably I have to go south.
Do you guys not disqualify candidates who are convicted of a crime involving moral turpitude?
No.
Mid-tier guard.
There's...
D's Nuts was just under Harambe.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I'd take D's Nuts over Trump or Hillary, so I believe it.
Honestly, same, like... As much as I don't like Trump, I still maintain that Hillary would have gotten us into war with Russia a lot sooner than we ultimately did. That was the one thing I liked about Trump, is that he did kind of have that friendly relationship with dictators. Not for good reason, mind you. But it did keep us out of war for 4 years.
Nah. Anyone can run as long as they meet the minimum requirements.
Pretty much. I mean, there's, yeah, like, basically, as long as you're over 35 and you're a naturalized U.S. citizen, you can run.
U.S. citizens to play one retro game each month. LCX. The best meltdown compilations are from a Canadian YouTuber LOL.
Alright.
Mid-tier guard. Remember that crazy homeless guy who campaigned LDP?
Crazy homeless guy. Oh, are you talking about that guy in Kentucky or something like that? I forget what. Wavy Web Surf did a video on him. I forget his name, but he was like...
It's time to wake up.
Was he the guy who was like complaining about parking? Was he the guy who was like...
Guard. Actually wore tinfoil.
Oh, I don't think we're talking about the same person. I thought you were talking about like that fat guy from Kentucky who was complaining about like traffic tickets or some shit. I don't think I know what you're talking about. I remember the fucking Tiger King running for president at one point. Yeah, there were a couple.
There were a couple.
There's always like crazy people who claim to be running for president and just nobody... I mean, they will get like... Or no, actually, I don't think he was running for president. He might have just been running for like governor of Kentucky. And he got like he ran like a couple times and each time got like 3% of the vote. You should buy something to encourage me. Elle, that needs to be your sales pitch from now on.
Mid-tier guard. I always forget that Trump counts as a Florida man.
I know, isn't that great? You fuckers own him. I'm not sure if I need any of those.
LCX. Stock up on IUDs for the next 4 years. Face fuchsia tongue out.
Okay.
Mid-tier guard. Fun fact, he once joked about nuking a hurricane.
Yeah,
I think.
That was fun.
Vint Endo Vaults.
Well, he didn't joke about that. He legitimately, like, floated that as a possibility. Like, I don't know, what if we nuke it? What, maybe that'll get rid of it. Usually nuking things makes them go away, so why can't we just nuke a hurricane? Alright, where the fuck am I supposed to go? Who am I supposed to talk to? Get out of my way. Alright.
Mid-tier guard. He also suggested injecting bleach as a treatment for Covis.
He did.
No Saurian. If you equip silver goggles or star pendant while you're blinded/poisoned, respectively, you get rid of the status and save yourself an echo screen/antidote. LCX. Yeah, what if we could control the weather that way?
Yeah, that'd
Type
be
1
cool.
civilization get. It's time to wake up. Who wants to join my band? We will be named Nuclear Hurricane.
Oh, I think I found it. Or maybe not? I don't know. I think I found it, yeah.
Mid-tier guard. More like we'd get Fallout, Miami.
And it can't be any worse than what you guys are dealing with now.
Nuclear? Yes, of course.
I mean, look, I've always been in favor of nuking Florida. Honestly, I feel like we would be doing the citizens of Florida a service at this point.
We'll get even bigger crocs. Vint Endo Vaults. Weather is controlled.
Yes.
How or by who I don't know. Don't ask me. No Saurian. Talk to that guy. No Saurian. Talk to that guy.
Hold on.
Mid-tier guard. Imagine what mutant Florida men will do. Electric core blocks Strick. How many votes do you think Hawk Twa got?
I'm sure several.
Vintendo Vaults. She got my vote. Fast show.
There you go.
It's time to wake up. To be fair, Trump did suggest ivermectin before Big Pharma made him shush.
Well, yeah, because it's stupid.
Katsu Sanya. I'd take Hawk Twa over Trump or Harris.
Yeah, as it turns out, horse tranquilizer is not an effective cure for COVID, as it turns out.
Vintendo Vaults. Ivermectin was suppressed.
Where's the fucking person? I don't see it. Ah, here we go.
Mid-tier guard. LOL, anyone here in chat could run and gotten more votes than Robert Kennedy at least.
Well, he wasn't on the ballot in most
If I did
states
vote,
because
I
he
would have
dropped
voted
out
for
and
Ken
endorsed Trump.
Akamatsu though. That was Kurumi's idea and it was ingenious. Vintendo Vaults. Pfizer and them were like, chill. We need that cash. Mid-tier guard. LOL, he still got votes.
I'm sure he did. Because, well, I said he was off the ballot in most states, not all of them, and I'm sure some people
Over
wrote him
600K. Vintendo Vaults.
in.
No, because the Democrats hated on RFK.
Well, yeah, because he's a moron. Honestly,
Vintendo
like all of the
Vaults.
Kennedys, let's just be honest.
That's why I'm glad they got crushed. Mid-tier guard. Yeah, this was pretty embarrassing.
The three groups have arrived in Narche, and now a decisive battle is about to
Mid-tier guard.
unfold.
And that's 2 women Trump has denied presidency in a row.
Yeah, I think the moral is we should never elect a woman as president ever again. Because, like, the 2 times we tried it, it's... Even when one of them was, like, more than competent and not a danger to us and the rest of the world.
LCX. Oh no, now women have no rights.
I understand what you're saying, but you're asking us to split our blood for you.
LCX.
That's not what
Girl
we
on
asked.
TikTok, I have no rights left. Mid-tier guard.
What you ask is the
I
same.
don't know. I don't think you should be allowed to come back from being a founding member of the squad.
What's the squad? I don't even know.
Katsu Sanya.
Ha!
I've discovered the woman correlation too. Probably just coincidence though. If an actually strong female candidate ran, I think they'd do well.
An actually strong female candidate did run, and she got her ass kicked, so...
It's time to wake up. Tulsi Gabbard would have been a better pick. They just picked the wrong woman to run. Mid-tier guard.
Tulsi Gabbard
But
wouldn't run on the
seriously,
Democratic side, though.
I didn't expect to Kamala to lose, never mind by this much. Katsu Sanya. Harris was not a strong candidate. Mid-tier guard.
I mean, clearly not,
No one ever liked Kamala.
I liked her. I liked her because I liked Biden, but... You know, clearly I was in the minority.
Katsu Sanya. Especially after she inherited the mess the Democrat Party in general was in. LCX.
What mess? The economy
How
is the
much
best
can
it's ever
Kamala bench?
been.
Flexed biceps. Mid-tier guard.
You're just wrong.
Of course you did. You don't even know about the squad.
I don't know. Like, that's the thing. The economy is actually fantastic. It's just that people don't believe it's fantastic because they're stuck in their echo chambers where everybody's like, oh, the economy's shit. But as soon as Trump gets in, oh, the economy's actually fantastic because they're going to go off of the Democrats' numbers, which is what happened for, like, at least the first half of Trump's presidency.
Katsu Sanya. I don't mean the state of the country, though that too I have some reservations toward. I mean the Democrat Party in general lost a lot of favor following Biden's debate performance.
Well,
Vintendo
yeah, that's why he dropped out.
Gibbard is 1000x a better candidate than Kamala. And she shunned the Dems when they wanted her to sell out.
No, she sold out to the Republican Party. Like, if you look at, like, what she was saying before, she sold out because she was given a shit ton of money, actually, potentially by the Russian government. That is speculation, admittedly. I can't confirm that, but that
Electric core blocks Strick. Hot take, I'll take anyone that isn't a neocon in office.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely the thing. That's definitely the thing with Kamala is I don't like her foreign policy, just like I don't like Biden's foreign policy, but at the same time, like...
There's a rumor that they only allowed Harris to run because Biden would not have dropped out if she didn't run. Katsu Sanya.
Well, yeah...
He dropped out, but with it, the Democrat Party came off to people as dishonest for insisting Biden was fit to run. LCX. Would you take someone who is a Lilicon in office? Mid-tier guard. I doubt that was true though.
Well, I mean, yeah, like Biden endorsed Kamala. So that was the thing.
Mid-tier guard. Yes. Mid-tier guard.
And for the record, I don't think Biden would have won either, but I think that he would have done a bit better than Harris.
Folded hands bless folded hands. Vintendo vaults. None of them give a fab about genocide and endless war.
I mean, that's the thing though, is like I don't like the foreign policy, but also it's not really my problem. And that's the thing, too, is, like, that's a lot of the reason why Kamala lost, is because these white college liberals give a fuck about Palestine. Like, they don't know how to be selfish.
It was the most practical choice. Kamala already was planning to run, she just had to be president now. Katsu Sanya. If they were a vampire of at least 35, then yes, I would be okay with a Lilicon in office. Mid-tier guard. I don't know. I might have voted if Biden ran instead of Harris.
People don't know how to be selfish and, like, look at their own, like, these are people who have been fighting each other and blowing each other up for the last 1,000 years. Why the fuck should we care about Palestine and just not vote out of protest over fucking Palestine?
Mid-tier guard. A Lilicon can be any age though, lol. They don't need immortality. It's time to wake up. As someone who doesn't participate in the religion of politics, I seriously hope Trump stops funding the two major conflicts going on. Katsu Sanya. I actually agree. I don't like both sides of the Israel-Palestine conflict.
Exactly. I've been saying ever since it started, well, not ever since it started, because again, it started 1,000 years ago before I was born. But I've been basically saying, like, since, like, October 7th and all of that was going on, it's just like, if you take a side, no matter who wins, we all lose.
Halo, how's it going?
It's going alright.
Nintendo vaults. Beyond a humanist perspective, you should care when a shitload if money is being sent to them. Mid-tier guard.
Our taxes go to a lot of stupid shit. I can't keep track
Katsu
anymore.
Sanya. Hello Arus, Vintendo, MTG. no Saurian. What up Arus? Vintendo Vaults? Fuck supporting other people's war.
I agree.
Mid-tier guard. They've just been committing war crimes against each other for literal millennia.
I agree, yeah.
Nintendo Vaults. Hey cat.
Who's
R is
Cat?
218. Hello mid-tier, Katsu, Nosarian and Vintendo.
Oh, Cat, Ketsu, got it. I'm slow.
LCX. The US supports the West Philippine Sea conflict, rolling on the floor laughing. It's time to wake
Yeah, that
up.
means you're probably gonna die too.
I'm a full-blooded soulless
That's
ginger.
typically how-
Is that close enough to a vampire for you? LCX.
I mean,
Halo Arus.
given what the US has
Arus 218.
supported, I'm pretty sure your entire
Halo
country's
L.
gonna get nuked into a fucking power vacuum, because that's what we always do. Or, well, power vacuum and literal, like,
Mid-tier guard.
crater. Probably.
Yeah, cause we're the world's police, so we have to be involved in anything the other
Exactly,
big
and
ones
we're
are
the
in.
world's police, and what do police do like to do? Blow shit up.
Katsu Sanya. USA sides with Philippines on it though.
I mean, we used to own the Philippines, so I guess we would.
LCX. Brick Old Llama, the US, the world's police.
Team America, World Police.
Vintendo Vaults. Hey Arus.
Think again. Loki! The Empire's poised to attack Narshe as well, as we speak. What?! Loki,
LCX.
where did you manage to
Did you
get
ever get around to trying
your
CHP,
hands on
Logan?
that information like that? It's one of the Empire's So, it was her! I thought she looked familiar. Sir Gao! Step aside! The infamous General Salas. Or Salas. I forget what we agreed on. How to pronounce that. The woman single-handedly responsible for the dissemination of Mardora.
LCX. Full title, Zetai Hero Project, Unlosing Ranger vs Dark Death Evil Man.
Really? Interesting. That's what ZHF stands for. I didn't know that.
Mid-tier
Stand and
guard.
meet my judgment.
A PSP game.
Yeah, I played it before. It's pretty nice. It's like a roguelike, but the story is just completely off its own. It does
Nintendo
not take
Vaults.
itself seriously at all, and it's great.
Decimation. LCX. Yup.
Honestly, if I were more into roguelikes, I'd probably play more of it, but I'm not, so I'm not. Wait! Celis has
LCX.
promised to join the...
It's the Diskia humor. Electric core blocks Strig. Man, I hope Harambe wins. Arus
She's
218.
fighting on our side now.
Hello Electric.
Be that
It's
as
time
it
to wake
may.
Vote for Pedro. Mid-tier guard. He dead.
I promised I'd protect her, and I won't give up
Electric
a woman
block
I've
strike.
sworn to protect.
Hello at Arus 218.
Loki, you still haven't gotten over that? Have you? I was also an impartial soldier, an imperial soldier. What? Is that what Bannon's job is, to just say, what?
It's time to wake
To
up.
everything? Or Edgar, I mean,
Pedro,
rather.
from Napoleon Dynamite.
The Empire is evil! But that doesn't mean that all of its citizens are!
Mid-tier guard. Mongrel dog of the Empire.
I'm going to have to defer
LCX.
to my brother on this
Political
one.
analysts here say Trump won because of his economic policies and promise of bringing jobs to the US.
What economic policy, though, is what I'm saying. Like, Trump has consistently not had
Arus
policy.
218. I thought it was rigged. Mid-tier guard. Every president makes jobs though.
Yeah, exactly.
LCX.
Well, no, that's the thing, is like...
Nah, he won cause of the assassination attempt and a squirrel. Mid-tier guard. He probably doesn't either. Mid-tier guard.
Yeah, I don't think the president
He'll just
has anything
fight
to do with
inflation
job
somehow.
growth. Like, that's the
Mid-tier
thing, is
guard.
like, if you actually look into
He
it, the
did.
president really doesn't have much to do with the economy. Like, like I said with
It's time
Trump,
to
like, I
wake
wouldn't
up.
say Trump necessarily
R.I.P.
was
Peanut, the
responsible
squirrel,
for the
and
bad
Fred the raccoon.
economy in, like,
Mid-tier guard.
2020. The bad
He
economy,
survived 2 assassination attempts.
well, one was barely even an attempt.
R
The
is
other
218.
one, like,
Did
the
the
second
squirrel
one,
have
they
a gun or a
apprehended him
shotgun?
before he even, like, fired a gun. For what it's worth. But also,
Nintendo
like...
vaults. And his migration policy won him plenty votes as well.
True. Well, did it though? Because, like, he won in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin.
guard.
Like, I can definitely...
That too.
Like,
The
I'm from
border
Pennsylvania,
crisis.
and I can assure you, we are
Chef
not
Dante.
bordering... We do
Hoover
not
was
have an
blamed
immigration
for the
problem.
Great Depression despite it not really having to do with his actions in office. Mid-tier guard. So he can bring back the cages. LCX.
Like, immigration is not an issue
Pennsylvania
here.
Vespuccia
Like,
tongue out.
these Mexican caravans or whatever bullshit they're coming up with, like...
Mid-tier guard. Hi there, Chef Dante. Vintendo vaults.
Who's Chef Dante? I don't know.
People in cities turned out in droves BC the migrant situation.
There was no migrant situation, but
Mid-tier
again, they believe
Yeah,
that
but he
there
was
is.
in charge at the time, so he gets to be the scapegoat.
Exactly. Is the neutral city. Idiot!
Chef Dante. So I
Read
swap.
my lips. Mercy
Mid-tier
is
guard.
for wimps.
There is at the border.
Well, yeah, at the border, not in
LCX.
fucking Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Also, no,
that's
not
how
really at the
politics has
border.
worked since time immemorial.
But definitely not in Pennsylvania and all the states that voted for him. There's a reason
LCX.
oppose rhymes
Something happens on
with
her watch.
dispose.
It's on you.
If they
Vintendo
get
vaults.
in your way,
You
kill
don't
them.
think there is cause you live in rural
March!
Pennsylvania exactly lol. Mid-tier guard. I don't follow your logic. Arus 218.
Like, what the
Is
fuck
there
do the
an
people in
over-pregnancy
Pennsylvania and
situation?
Michigan have to care about the border
Nintendo
crisis?
vaults. Or suburban rather. Mid-tier
Is what
guard.
I'm saying.
So the northern states shouldn't care about stuff happening in other states?
Yes!
LCX.
I don't care about what goes on outside of my
no,
own
it's not
house,
Joker.
honestly.
Mid-tier guard. The media keeps fear-mongering so it becomes everyone's problem.
Exactly. And that's what I'm getting to, is like... And to be
Mid-tier
fair, both
guard.
sides are...
Stay mad.
Exactly,
LCX.
and like,
Face blue
both
smiling.
sides are guilty of this.
LCX.
Like...
Face blue
It's
smiling.
like what the fucking LCX was saying about, like, you have, like, people who just, like, don't know any better, like, oh, we're not gonna have any rights and shit. Like, no, it's probably, you're gonna have less rights, but it's more nuanced than that.
We need to care
like, for
about the
most
whole country
people,
if we
your
want it
life
to
is
function
going
for
to...
us.
I think for most people in the country, your life is pretty much gonna be unchanged. Because that's how it is with every president. But... still, like, that's the thing, is, like, he's a madman. He's not a man who
Mid-tier
thinks
guard.
rationally or logically.
That is a fair point, Katsu.
He's literally mentally deranged. I think may even have dementia, although there's obviously no concrete proof of that, but just about any legal scholar who
It's
can
time to
armchair
wake up.
detect it.
Michigan has a huge Arab population. I'm pretty sure that the Palestine situation is what motivated them.
Yeah, exactly,
Or
and that's
cheap
also
reviews.
stupid.
Who this?
It seems the chance has been
Vin
made
Endo
for
Vox.
us. Let us
He
make
is
ready
so
for the
irrational,
war.
face with tears of joy direct hit. Mid-tier guard. A country can't make progress if the people aren't willing to think of the greater whole. LCX. Life goes on Kurika isu hitari ga no tokimi. LCX.
I don't think there is a...
Life goes
well,
on and on.
I think there's a
It's
greater...
time to wake
well,
up.
yeah, the greater good for our
Most,
people, though.
if not all, politicians are deranged. LCX. Ahahaha face blue smiling. Orc War Chief reviews. Who are you talking about, Logan? I went to work. Mid-tier guard.
It's a whole thing.
The politicians are too out of touch.
So we elected one that's brain dead?
Mid-tier guard. We need to reset everything. Nintendo Vaults. Yep. Agree, wake up. Nintendo Vaults. Agree, MTG. LCX. Reset the world, face blue white eyes. Mid-tier guard. There should be term limits. Orc War Chief reviews.
I've actually argued
LOL,
before
wait,
that I
Orange
think
Man is
that
brain
we
dead,
should...
LOL.
Well, yeah, there should be term limits, and there are. Although, to be fair,
It's time to wake up.
I see
I believe
absolutely
that it
no
is a
fucking way
requirement
that
to sell
Trump
one's
makes it
soul
4
to become a
years. I think
politician.
within a year or two we will have President
Mid-tier
J.D.
guard.
Vance.
So many of these guys have been congressmen
Who-
decades before I was born.
To be
Nintendo
fair,
Vaults.
well, yeah, well,
Congress term limits especially.
yeah, I agree. Here's the problem with that, though, is, like, we've allowed Congress to regulate itself, and that's the problem. That's why we have a lot of the problems that we do. It's a very bad system. Ever since the beginning, really, we don't have anybody who regulates Congress.
Mid-tier guard. Exactly, Ven. Orc War Chief reviews. Anytime you want to talk about Canadian politics, and let me explain how it's your people that are insane, not the politicians. Katsu Sanyu.
Oh, trust me, I know that our
Considering
people are
Trump is now
insane.
older than
I
Biden was
witnessed
when he
that on
started.
Tuesday.
I agree. A vote for Trump is basically a vote for J.D. Vance.
Pretty
Mid-tier
much.
guard.
Who, to be fair...
Rick Scott gets free wins every midterm. He's actually a skeleton. Katsu Sanya. Vance seems relatively fine, but I don't like how much of a chameleon he is.
I agree with you about J.D. Vance. I'd say generally he is fine, but I kind of do admire on a certain level how much of a chameleon he is. Like, I think that he's smart. I think that he at least has more political savvy than Trump to know that if I run as the guy who compared
It's
Trump
time
to
to wake
Hitler, that's...
Make lobbying, insider trading in Congress, and representatives to corporate jobs illegal.
I agree.
Mid-tier guard. I'd never heard of Vance until the memes tore down Trump's approval LOL.
Well, like, I kind of knew about J.D. Vance before, because he was an author. I've actually read his book, Hillbilly Elegy. It's a pretty good read, although it is very ironic to read now in hindsight, because he would probably not agree with most of the shit that he said.
I challenge you to a voice chat. Mid-tier guard. We can't so that cause Congress has to choose to make that illegal.
Yeah, exactly. I do not want to deal with a voice chat, no. I want to play my fucking game. Look, I've dealt with this shit way too much on my own time. I do not need to deal with it more.
Mid-tier guard. Didn't Trudeau once suggest giving former members of ISIS veterans benefits?
Didn't. I don't know. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound true. I mean, Trudeau probably did a lot of crazy shit, but I don't think he did
LCX. Nihaha. LCX.
You can use magic too, can't you? But it's different from mine. I was raised to be an Imperial Magitech Knight when I was still very young. I was artificially infused with magic. Holy shit, is this just like the plot of Final Fantasy VII? Is this just like Cloud's origin story, but like 50 hours earlier in this game? Is it possible for you to love other people?
Reviews. I'm just saying your politics is relatively tame. Arus 218. Hello War Chief. It's time to wake up. Didn't Canadian Congress applaud an actual real Nazi? LCX.
Did they? That would be funny.
Yes, she's soldier. Orc War Chief reviews. Mid-tier, yes, that true.
Is that really
Mid-tier
true?
guard.
That's fucking great.
Oh what? Mid-tier guard. It really was.
That really fucking happens? That's...
Mid-tier guard.
Meanwhile, Rob Ford is rolling over in his grave like, fuck, why didn't I think of that?
War Chief reviews.
I'm sorry,
Yes,
that's all...
I keep telling you guys your politics is nothing Canada.
I know, like, all I know about, like, Canadian politics is Rob Ford, who I'm sure is a great representation of Canadian politics. I just thought he was absolutely hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. To be fair, though, I think that's, like, how people outside of the country view Trump. It's just like, well, he's not my problem. Let's just, like, let the memes roll in.
Yes, I keep telling people Final Fantasy VI is basically Final Fantasy VII storyline. Vintendo Vaults. It's the bad accident on the road that you can't resist rubbernecking. This last week
that's what Rob Ford is,
it's
I would
almost
argue.
inescapable Ilias, you don't have to leave the house. LCX. LOL, I'll talk about Duddard's drug war again next stream.
Oh, I know all about...
Guard.
Well, I don't know everything
The
about
Matrix.
Duterte, but he crossed over... American media did cover Duterte
LCX.
a bit.
Orc, nah, completely different stories with minor similarities.
I mean, I know a little bit about Duterte. Apparently they're actually, like, going after him, which, good, hopefully that actually succeeds.
Arus 218. Don't do DRGS, young viewers or parents will thank you, maybe, I don't know. This is an unsponsored message, thank you for watching.
Thank you, Arus.
Mid-tier guard. Only a bit cause the media knows Americans don't care about other countries.
True, exact.
It's time to wake up. Didn't he go around killing a bunch of dealers and users?
I guess his
LCX.
underlings did, is what LCX told
FF7
me.
built
That's kind of how it was framed too in the
Nintendo
American
Vaults.
media. Is he personally went on a Harley and just shot drug users. Apparently he
LCX.
didn't. He just instructed other people to
No,
do
he
that,
didn't.
but still, that's
didn't
fucked
go
up.
around himself
Also,
doing
isn't
that.
it funny how, like,
Mid-tier guard.
Isn't it funny
Like
how, like, the
mainstream news
son,
only
or,
covered
like,
the
the
Ukraine
daughter
war
or
for the
some
first few
shit, whatever,
months.
Bon, like, the son of the
Nintendo
guy
Vox.
who literally was, like,
Mad
part of
True
an
Mid-Daddy.
administration that was so corrupt.
LCX. He just implied that it's okay to do so.
Isn't it funny that, like, the guy who was, like, the son of the administration that was so corrupt that there was literally, like, a
Mid-tier
coup
guard. And then pardoned the
is
people
now,
who did LOL.
like, fighting Duterte on corruption charges? Isn't that just, like, great? Like, God, you thought we were corrupt. Look at this motherfucker.
LCX. Mid-tier, exactly.
I don't even remember what his name,
R's
what his
218.
actual name was. I just know him
Once
as
upon
Bon
a
Bon
Final
or Bong
Fantasy,
Bong
there
or
was a
whatever
girl
the
with
fuck.
special powers. Her
I'm
name
sure
was
that
Rose
nickname
Bradford
makes
at Terra Gainsborough,
I'm sure
but she
Bong
had
Bong or
magic of
Bon
some
Bon or
kind.
whatever the
Moving
fuck,
on.
Bon Bong. I'm sure that
Orc War
nickname
Chief
makes a
reviews.
lot more sense in the
If
Philippines,
you're
but to
going
me
to
it
keep
just sounds
talking
funny.
politics, more people are going to want to jump on your voice chat. LOL. LCX. Yes, they're investigating the thousands of unexplained deaths now. LCX. Bong Bong Marcos.
I'm sure that nickname makes a lot more sense
LCX.
in the Philippines, but to hear
No,
it just
doesn't
sounds
make
funny.
a lot more sense in the Philippines. LOL.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay, cool. So it's just as stupid as it is here. That's good to know. I feel reassured. I feel vindicated. I mean, shit, it would make more sense to nickname Donald Trump Bong Bong. He says that a lot. That's what he thinks a gun sounds like. You know, it's funny,
time to
he's
wake
been...
up.
It's funny.
I don't watch mainstream media. I only watch independent journalists.
Me too.
It's nice to hear about everyone's BS. I hear a lot about other countries'
Honestly,
BS
at this
too.
stage, though, I'm just, like,
Mid-tier
tuning
guard.
out. I'm not following any
You know
of
the
it. Like,
you should rip off L Talks and do something like an L Dinner Talks with Tile Show.
I'm not doing that.
Orc War Chief reviews. I mean the insanity of Africa's politics, yet I'll take Americans or Canadian politics
Well, yeah.
any day of the
Yeah,
week. LCX.
Yeah.
Do you guys not vote your vice presidents?
No. Not really.
LCX.
When you vote for president...
It's possible to have a vice president from a different
So the
party.
president... The
Mid-tier
president nominates the vice
VP
president.
are always packaged with the president.
Yeah. Yeah, so the
Nintendo
vice president
Vox.
the
Vice's
president nominates
package
the vice
deal.
president. Like, Kamala
R's
Harris
218.
nominated Tim Walz,
I
so
think
you
the
are
president
voting...
shows us the
If you're
boss, we
voting...
don't vote for the vice.
If you're voting for Donald Trump,
Nintendo
you're also
Vox.
voting for J.D. Vance.
Yes.
Which, to be fair...
LCX.
Usually the vice
I
president
see.
doesn't actually do anything, which is a thing too that like Kamala got a lot of shit for. Like, oh, you have all these issues with Joe Biden's presidency. Why didn't you do anything? You could have done something with the border. Like, I'm the vice president. I literally have one job.
LCX.
My literal one job is
Here,
to break a
the
tie
vice
in the
president
Senate,
got more
and
votes
beyond
than
that,
Bong Bong.
anything that I do is just
Orc
show
War
voting.
Chief reviews.
I can
Logan, you might
influence
want to
the
get to your
administration,
gig. We
but
keep
that's about
talking
it.
politics, you're going to end up having both me and L on your voice chat. Mid-tier guard.
Not doing that.
The vice president's only job is to break Senate ties and
Exactly.
be a backup president.
Exactly.
LCX. Now they're at odds with each other and it's Duterte's daughter.
It's whose daughter? Oh, Duterte. Oh yeah, that's right. Isn't like Duterte's daughter the vice president or some shit? That's there. Yeah, there's a reason. You know what's actually funny is in the very beginning we did do it like that. Like the first like 2 or 3 elections in the U.S.'s history, how it worked was like the person who came in first place became the president. And the person who came in second place became the vice president. And we
LCX.
stopped doing that almost
The
immediately.
vice president is sometimes made a member of cabinet here and is usually put in charge of administrative bodies. LCX. Housing, education, etc.
We have, like, different people for that. Well, like, usually the president just has a transition
Mid-tier
team.
guard. Oh, you're right. LOL, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, so, like, so it would that's basically what happened here, too. Like, so, like, the one election, it was John Adams, who was... This was before we had, like, real established political parties, so he was a federalist. Basically, like, somebody who wanted a strong federal government, because, like, before that, we were a
VP here doesn't do that.
And then there was a Democratic Republican who, I guess, kind of...
LCX. Same. Orc War
Basically,
Chief
like,
reviews.
we elected people of opposing parties as president and vice president.
Vintendo Vaults. That's interesting as FL. Can you imagine a rep pres with Dem vice or vice?
Yeah, exactly. Like that's happened.
LCX.
That's happened before in American history, and that's why we just have the president nominate the vice president. Like if we didn't do it that way, we would have like Trump as president and Kamala as vice president.
Mid-tier guard. And lets the departments do whatever they want and keep reporting to the president. It's time to wake up.
Yeah, pretty much.
LCX. Dudert's vice president was from the rival party. Orc War Chief reviews. Look, Canadian's prime minister is so hated that there are videos of UFC fights where he's being cussed out.
Does Canada even have a vice president?
Governments are the cancer of society.
I guess I don't really... I'm not
218.
really sure how
What?
Canadian politics work.
LCX.
I think if I recall, like, you don't...
Saw that video.
If I remember, it's sort of like the UK where, like, you don't actually vote for your president. You vote for individual members of parliament, and they vote for the president. It's, like, a really indirect form of democracy. I mean, like, yeah, our system isn't much better where we have, like, where we vote for electors.
Government sucks, but it's better than anarchy. Orc War Chief reviews. No, we don't. LCX.
Am I wrong or am I right? I don't know.
Necessary unless you want to go back to communal times, though.
I agree, yeah. Fine. Use your own eyes and see for yourself which side it's on.
Orc War Chief reviews. No, it's more along the lines of we vote for the party and then the party head becomes prime minister. Mid-tier guard. And inevitably anarchy will cycle back into orderly governance.
No, that's
LCX.
not... Okay.
We'd probably end up like a dystopia.
I agree.
Mid-tier guard.
Anarchy... We've had countries,
LCX.
not with anarchy, but with like a limited government.
People hoarding tech.
And
LCX.
it did not work out.
Mercenaries. It's time to wake up. Anarchy filled with people who truly care about each other would be a utopia. LCX.
So, like, you would vote for... What is Justin Trudeau? Is he, like,
LCX.
what, the Liberal Party or something?
And then,
like,
fight.
you have...
Let's go.
I was gonna say you have a progressive party. Didn't that die out in the 90s because of, like, some mass scandal or something? And then there's a conservative party who I think used to be in power with Paul something. I forget his name. The guy before Trudeau.
Orc War Chief reviews. Yeah, the anarchy idea kind of works until you realize, oh crap, there's an army over there that's about to kill us all. Mid-tier guard.
No, it doesn't work
well,
because
a perfect
people...
practice of communism would also be utopia, but...
It would anarchy would just devolve into survival of the fittest.
Turn corrupt. Arus 218. How much for a super scope that turns you into Goombas? LCX. Ain't happening. Look what happens when legal authorities aren't in place during a great calamity and there are people isolated from authority.
I think, like, yeah, like, I know there's a conservative party and a liberal party, and probably, I'm sure you have, like, other I know Canada has, like, more active political parties than we
Anarchy. Looting.
Which, yeah, a lot of Americans want third parties, but we would have to radically change our system. Wait. RE movie happens?
Pillaging,
there's already been a...
unchecked crimes, and an equal
there's
amount
already
of
been
people who care for each other.
RE movie, hasn't there? There's been like
time
several.
To wake up. Where do I get a super scope that turns things into food? Mid-tier guard. Actually becomes like a post-apocalyptic story. Orc War Chief reviews. There are 50 different parties in Canada, including a Nazi party, a communist party.
Well, yeah, we have like 50 different parties too. It's just
who do you
like
think will win?
48 of them don't
the
matter.
Care Bears.
Like, we have 50 different parties too, it's just that 48 of them don't matter.
Read Swan Song. Good visual novel about such a scenario. Mid-tier
like,
guard.
I'm sure we have an official Nazi party as well, it's just that nobody knows about them and nobody is going to vote for them.
Guard. Yeah, what Diener said.
Like, I'm talking about, like, parties that actually, like, are in Parliament now. Like here we have the Democrats and the Republicans. You guys... I know you have a liberal party, a conservative party. There might still be a progressive party, although I'm not sure if that still exists. I know they got their ass kicked in the 90s. They might still
It's time to wake up.
Enough
I'm on
political
Team
sway
Bears.
to be
Care
around. I don't know if, like, the I think there's also, like... Well, like, the... Is that what Justin Trudeau is? The Liberal Party? Because, like, I know Justin Trudeau is kind of, like, center-left, and there's probably, like, a progressive party that's further to the left of him.
We have a communist party, too. No one cares about them, but they stay relevant from university student recruits.
I mean, we probably have several communist parties, but they've never won a seat in Parliament, and nobody votes for them.
Yay, Rainbow.
Really the only, like, third parties that anybody ever votes for are, like, occasionally there's an independent, like, RFK Jr., or there's the Libertarians who...
New Democratic Party is the Progressive Party, NDP.
Essentially the only time third parties ever matter are just, like, if an election is really close and there's a bunch of people saying, like...
have been getting a rise, and the big one is the Green Party is also getting a rise.
Oh, you guys have a Green Party, too? Independent province parties have been getting a rise, and the Green Party. Well, we have a Green Party, it's just like, nobody ever cares about, well, our two big third parties, quote-unquote big, are Libertarians and Green Party. Libertarians, honestly, if I could vote for a political party, it would be the Libertarians, but they don't have a shot because of how our system... is set up. Now, granted, actually, there were a couple...
LOL, didn't some third party win Utah once and got some electoral votes?
Orc
War Chief reviews.
No, I know what you're talking about,
Yeah, that guy supported Trump, the Libertarian.
Supported Trump, the Libertarian... I don't know I don't think Gary Johnson ever supported Donald Trump. But... honestly, no, the guy who won Utah, well, he didn't win Utah. They ran him in Utah because basically he was a Mormon, and he was kind of like a conservative, but a conservative who didn't like Trump. His name was Evan McMullen, actually, and he didn't win, but he ended up... The idea was that he might be able to split the vote with Hillary and prevent Trump from winning Utah. That didn't end up happening. Basically, Trump got like 50% of the vote, and Hillary and Evan McMullen basically split the other 50.
It's time to wake up. The Amish avoid government, our society, it can be done. Mid-tier guard. Trump? Wasn't that a long time ago?
What libertarian guy? Not the guy, not the guy in 2016, Gary Johnson. I don't know about the libertarian guy. Chase Oliver? I don't really know anything about Chase Oliver. I know about the Green Party candidate this year because it's the same Green Party candidate the last couple of years, who basically keeps running despite not really knowing anything about politics, not actually having any political experience, and not really
Amish also exile people. Renee W.
doing anything.
Hi, waving hand, everyone.
Protect the Esper from Kefka!
Hi, Renee. LCX.
I think I understand.
Interesting. Would modern civilization be able to thrive with no governance? Verducci man. Hey L, did all those donos go out? Renee W. Hey mid. It's time to wake up.
Sabin.
The looters, etc. LCX. Was government a scam all along? Mid-tier guard. Hey Verducci man.
Who was the one?
Renee W.
Who was the one who had magic?
Hi LDP. Renee W. Hi EK.
Was that...
Arus 218.
Was that
Hello,
Edgar,
Renee.
I want to say?
LCX.
Who was the one who could do, like...
Halo Verducci man. Yes, they got claimed immediately. It's time to wake up. Government is a scam. Renee W. Hi L. LCX. By 5 lurkers, thank rolling on the floor laughing. Verducci man. Hello,
hey Verducci man.
Guard. Renee W. Hey Aru. LCX. Hey Renee. Verducci man. Good thumbs up. Renee
Can
W.
I just change these out
hey,
at
Arus
the...
218.
Okay, I'm gonna say Edgar and...
Verducci man. Hi LDP.
Loki?
Renee W.
Oh, can I pick another one?
Thumbs up, smiling face with smiling eyes L.
Oh, wait.
Vint Endo Vaults. Vote for my bum bum on the ballot 2028. It's time to wake up. Borger. LCX. Okay, that's interesting. So without government, who handles security?
Wait. What the fuck? Hang on. How do I pick someone? Okay, that... Oh wait, no, I don't want Cyan. I want Sabin. Oh, do I have to... Wait. Oh, I see. Understood. So I have to do that.
Mid-tier guard. Nah, vote for D's Nuts, the snack manufacturer brand. Vint Endo Vaults. Hey Renee.
I see how this works.
17. Hey chat, what system are we playing on?
Game Boy
Mid-tier
Advance.
guard. Independent melee ties probably. It's time to wake up.
Well, it's running off of a Steam Deck,
everything.
but it's the
You
GBA version with a hack that gives it more SNES accurate sound.
LCX. And how do things like corporate entities justify their existence? Mid-tier guard. The community. Mid-tier guard. And how large would the community be? How would they sustain themselves without trade? LCX. Hey,
actually, no,
I know
Gao kinda
relying
sucks.
on good-hearted people sounds like a communist pipe dream. Mid-tier guard. And how can they trust other communities to be fair?
Wait.
LCX. Halo Stewie, this is GBA emulator.
What? What? How does this work exactly? Okay, so I do that. How do I add someone to my party, though?
Mike Wolf. That's some hell of a sound on that patch.
Yeah.
LCX. That doesn't seem self-sufficient on a larger scale tbh. Mike Wolf. Bravo LCX.
Okay. How... Okay. So... I definitely want Sabin.
Mike Wolf. I don't suppose somebody's got to be a Zelda ROM I could bum grinning face with sweat. Mid-tier guard. I like how Feral Youth is a character class. Mike Wolf. Got asterisk. LCX. A small village could work that way with everyone trusting each other to care for each other. Mike Wolf. BS Zelda. LCX. On a larger scale, humanity just doesn't work that way. Mid-tier guard. A small village, yes. Mid-tier guard.
I'm not even sure if small village... Well, actually, I guess that... Oh, I mean, a small village, that's basically what you're describing as an HOA. Well, actually, no, an HOA is more organized.
Mid-tier guard. But you can't trust a city's worth of people to care for each other.
I'm an idiot. How do I do this? How do I, like, form my party?
Vintendo Vaults. Direct hit. Renee W. I'm good, thumbs up, smiling face with smiling eyes. Arus 218. Good to hear, Renee. LCX. Yeah, you'll get a lot of people saying, why would I care about other people? I only look out for myself.
Yeah, exactly.
EFF anyone else that I dunno.
Exactly.
It's time to wake up.
Who are
People
those
need
bastards?
to let go of their greed and selfishness. Renee W. Yeah, hugging face. LCX. That's a nice dream, but it's unrealistic immo. Mid-tier guard. It can theoretically work if everyone is good-hearted, but that is so unrealistic it's laughable to suggest abolishing government turning to the people to work in each other's favor.
Seriously considering anarchy just doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Care for others cause they'll owe you and to pay you back.
Like
I don't
so
know.
there's so many problems with the
guard.
concept fundamentally
People
that like a
won't let
15-year-old should be able to see through it.
LCX. I'm all for anarchy.
I mean, haven't you been the
LCX.
one, like...
Chaos.
Oh, there you go,
chaos. Yeah. Mid-tier guard. You can be nice to people and they will never pay you back.
Exactly.
LCX.
That's why I'm just not... Well,
Isn't
I am nice
lovely
to
be
people,
free?
but only if it benefits me in some fashion. How the fuck do I do this? How is it this difficult to form your party in this game? What the fuck?
It's time to wake up. There is a reason that all the ancient religions say that few will make it to the next place. LCX. Now you can play with me. Vintendo Vaults. Never mind the bullocks. Here's the Sex Pistols.
That is the most intelligent thing I've heard somebody say this entire stream. I see no objections. You must form 3 parties. Wait.
Mid-tier guard.
3 parties?
No
what?
one will care about religion if they're scavenging for food or shelter.
Yeah.
LCX.
And also, look how much
Because
chaos we have
religions made
with
stuff
religion.
up to explain
Also,
metaphysical
wait,
questions that could reassure the masses.
This? What?
Mid-tier guard. And there is no afterlife LMAO. LCX.
This?
Just choose some party members, you're splitting the group.
What the fuck? Okay, so...
Vintendo Vaults.
What the fuck?
Religion is luxury to an extent.
I must choose 3
Mid-tier
parties.
guard.
What the fuck are you talking?
You could call it decadent, even.
3 parties? But there's... Oh, wait, So... Huh. Okay... Yes? Oh! So I can only have 2 other people in my party, I guess? Okay. Oh, I guess it's like Wait. Yeah, okay, I see. It's just the first... It's like FF7, but the first thing doesn't change. And you have to, like, break them up into different parties? What?
The good that comes from religions is that they usually encourage people to be kind to others. That is something important to note at the least. LCX. Charity is also a luxury.
I agree.
You can try volunteering and pretending you're making a difference, but Elon Musk can just donate $1 million or $2 million and make more of a difference than $1 million of you.
Yeah, but they won't. Like, that's the one thing both parties will universally agree on, is that they do not care about the homeless.
Even if someone is only doing good deeds as payment for heaven, it won't matter taught he person receiving that kindness.
If it isn't General Celis, the traitor! Excellent. Excellent. I've just decided Kefka sounds like Mr. Burns. I feel like that's a pretty accurate impression. I will hear no arguments.
Well said. LCX. Folded hands bless folded hands.
Excellent. I won't have to hunt you down later.
Arus 218. Lowlies be praised. It's time to wake up. All the ancient religions all say that once you get rid
those
of all
vile
the insects,
insects!
added to use it for their purposes. Arus 218. Smithers.
Smithers!
Let's go.
Mid-tier guard. Which is a good point as to why people are so evil. LCX. That's why religion is a crutch for those who need the reassurance. At the very least they serve as guidelines for
Exactly.
dealing with
As I've
others.
said, it's a tax on the poor and the stupid.
Mid-tier guard. They will take advantage of even the good parts of anything.
Exactly. Well, that's what religion is by its very DNA. Okay, config formation. Okay, I can change it. Edgar, Cyan, what? I didn't want. No, what? This is not the party that I picked.
Mid-tier guard. Even kind, good-hearted people can become monsters in the right circumstance.
I did not want...
Vintendo Vaults. Corny dad joke of the day. What do you call Smithers after being ripped open by metal explosions? LCX. So people caring for each other out of the goodness of their hearts won't work on a global level until... It's time to wake up.
Oh,
To quote Bill S. Preston Esquire and Ted Theodore Logan, be excellent to each other. Arus 218. Not the recent, but it's a party that was made.
Smithereens. Oh my god, I hate you.
Smithereens.
I see, so we're...
Mid-tier guard. Guess what? Most people have never heard those two. LCX. We developed accurate mind-reading tech and developed smart guns that decided how much force to use when fired depending on the target's criminal coefficient. Face blue smiling. Arus 218. The parties simply splitted.
So this... I see, so... What? There's different parties... There's different parties that are...
Arus 218.
But I assume they
like
break up at some
super
point.
scope.
But what?
Mid-tier guard. If you get to a certain age and aren't a good person, you've pretty much made up your mind.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Arus 218. Yep, each party doing their own thing. Mid-tier guard. Yeah, you formed 3 parties, so they're operating in different areas. It's time to wake up. The path to hell is paved with good intentions. LCX. A target with low criminal coefficient feels a gust of wind, an actual potential criminal gets vaporized.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about, like... Okay. Well, first of all, I didn't save state at all, because I was distracted
LCX.
by bullshit, but...
Then we just fire the gun at babies at birth.
I like where LCX is going with this. I agree, we need less babies. Kill them all.
LCX. To prevent the birth of more potential criminals.
See, L knows what's what.
LCX. Completely sanitized society. It's time to wake up. I ate a baby once, get in my belly. Vintendo Vaults.
Apparently it tastes like pork.
I was highly disappointed when I initially found out the nature of a political party. What a letdown. Arus 218. I'm higher in the food chain, get in my INTE stens. LCX. If the baby doesn't have any potential to be a criminal, the gun does nothing.
I mean, I assume this is the point, but like, wouldn't anybody have the potential to be a criminal? I assume that's the point.
Arus 218. Baby back ribs, baby back ribs.
I agree 100%.
LCX.
Thank you.
It's a smart gun. It's time to wake up. $1 million.
I agree.
Vintendo Vaults. I want baby back. It's time to wake up. Instead of a super scope, give me some sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
I agree. Frickin' laser beams! I got the full Austin Powers trilogy on VHS. You know, like, something just feels better when you have it on VHS, if that makes sense.
LCX. No, the criminal coefficient is measured as you go through life.
But I have...
LCX.
But...
As long as it's below 50 you're fine.
But...
Arus 218.
But...
Why not mutated sea bass? Mid-tier guard. GTG.
Okay.
Have a nice stream. GN everyone.
Oh, are those
LCX.
Oh, shit.
Above 50 and you're a potential criminal. Arus 218. Later mid-tier take care. LCX. Later MTG. It's time to wake up. Waving hand.
I see.
Vintendo Vaults. Night Mid Daddy. LCX.
Oh, I can quick save.
It's an anime called Psycho Pass.
Did I watch that? Yeah, I did, right? That was... Is that the one with, like, the talking motorcycle? I might have actually watched that on LCX's request.
It has similarities to Death Note LOL.
Oh, shit.
Vintendo Vaults. That pronunciation of Mid-Daddy was weird as F. LCX. That's Kinno's journey.
Oh, right. Maybe I didn't watch Psychopath.
Arus 218. Misa Amine. It's time to wake up. Have you seen Wicked City? It has tentacles.
I have not. And I believe you.
LCX. Yes, I even have the novelization. It's time to wake up. It's from 1987, I believe. LCX. It's actually classified as hentai.
Oh no.
Mike Wolf. Grinning cat face with smiling eyes, grinning squinting face.
Are you
Nintendo
serious?
Balls.
You're gonna just like
Stuff
stomach
from
me?
87 rules. It's time to wake up. That's the one with the human guy with the ridiculous handgun, right?
Oh wait, I can... What?
Aru's 218. Is it about girls stuck on an island with a double personality guy?
What? Okay, I'm actually gonna need to read the explanation, because I thought it was just explaining
time to wake
espers,
up.
which I already thought I knew.
And the mutant? Lady with the fingernails?
But, like, you have to, like, control multiple parties at once now? That's a lot to juggle.
Aru's 218. In 7 you only have to do that in the final fight.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's better. I mean, I guess I'd prefer you didn't have to do it at all, because that's, like... You shouldn't have to juggle multiple parties. That just, like, confuses everything unnecessarily, but... At least 7, like, limits it.
It's time to wake up. The one I'm talking about happens in a city, with said guy protecting said lady. LCX. Keck. Aru's 218. Oh.
Okay. You'll fight using 3 different groups. Press select to switch between... Oh! So I can switch between them on the fly? Defeat Kefka before his men reach Bannon. And the battle
It's
is
time
lost.
to wake up.
Okay, so...
Either it or Akira was the first anime I saw. LCX. All I remember is some guy in a trench coat with a gun and tentacle monsters. Mike Wolf. You got this, pimp daddy. Arus 218. Hello Mike.
Edgar.
Mike Wolf. Hi Arus. You playing some FF7 tonight? It's time to wake up. Tentacle Monster, here, DBZ abridged, fake name Ek. Arus 218. Yeb. Mike Wolf. And by the way, holy cow, I saw your Switch collection ninja, it's huge flexed biceps. Arus 218.
Okay,
In just a few minutes. Mike Wolf. Did anybody else see this man's Switch collection games?
Nope.
Mike Wolf. Noise. LCX. Yes. Arus 218. I used to have a job, that's why it's huge. LCX. I saw it when he uploaded them. It's time to wake up. Arus reminds me of Richard Nixon's head on Futurama. Aru. Mike Wolf. Oh man, sorry to hear that Arus, I hope things get better. Arus 218. But now every job tells me to move their new area, which I can't do.
Yeah.
Arus 218. I need an Agnew.
We all need an Agnew. We need a Patsy to fill the void until an equally corrupt politician takes our place.
Arus 218.
Right.
Agnew rob a bank for me. LCX. Sach. It's time to wake up. Philip J. Fry is my spirit animal. Arus 218. Kift let me borrow Amy trust one don't pull zap Branigans. 10 minutes later, she came onto me honest. Alien. Vintendo Vaults. Kurumi, Life-size Nobeta posters over political candidate posters. Mike Wolf. I didn't even know Resident Evil 3 Remake was on Switch until I saw it yesterday on your collection grinning squinting face. LCX. Neither did I. LCX. Would have bought part 2 back then. Arus 218. Came same time as 2. LCX. Came out 2022 when I was no longer interested. Arus 218. Bought them together during a sale.
Oh, okay.
Mike Wolf. Ah. Mike Wolf.
Oh.
Lady V had some big knockers in that one Resident Evil game. Triforce Hunter and Coin Halo Gaming. OFF6 Classic.
Hey Triforce.
It's time to wake up. I could really go for a Jill sandwich, myself.
I agree.
Arus 218. Hello Triforce. Triforce Hunter and Coin Halo Gaming. Hi Arus. How's it going? Renee W. Hi Triforce waving hand. Mike Wolf. Yo Triforce Hunter. Triforce Hunter and Coin Halo Gaming. Hey Renee. What's good Big Mike? Arus 218. Okay thanks, just watching some FF before I play some FF myself.
Alright.
Renee W. Thumbs up smiling face with smiling eyes hugging face Triforce. LCX. Halo Triforce. LCX. Buffering.
Oh shit. Hang on.
LCX. Oh we bassy.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was on your end. Alright. If anybody else is having a buffering issue, just let me know.
Triforce Hunter and Coin Halo Gaming. Hey L. Hope you're doing well. Arus 218. Speaking of I should start setting up, have fun, take care later everybody.
Bye.
Benefit burned Arus. Wah fire hand pink
God
waving.
damn it. It always happens.
It's time to wake up. Shouldn't the Master Sword be a samurai slash katana since Link slashes instead of poking like a broadsword? LCX. Later Arus, hand pink waving.
Ah, here we go. Oh, I can... Okay, I can do it that way. Shit. Understood. Terra's, heal ability kind of sucks.
LCX. Oh no, it's Mr. Kefka. LCX. How sky?
What? Fucking...
It's time to wake up. Casts evil toot.
Oh, well, I guess that's why, you have the multiple parties.
Mike Wolf. Kefka, the goat of antagonists of JRPGs. Oh shit. Is that gonna work? That worked. Good.
What does drain do? Let's see. It did something. Oh, no, it didn't.
LCX. I like some Tails villains better. LCX. Also Suikoden 2 Luca Blight. It's time to wake up. Sony CHU? No Saurian. Hey, I'm here for the Kefka battle. LCX. LDP should try Suikoden 2. It's fast-paced and no grinding required. It's time to wake up. Score tied at 28. Ravens ball, 5 minutes left. LCX. Weapon no Saurian. It's time to wake up. Sony Chu. It's time to wake up.
Hey, I win!
Sonic Chu.
I obtained the Peach Ring! Grrr! I won't forget this!
Luca Blight is good one. LCX. Suikoden 2 has enemies that drop experience based on your relative levels, so you're always at the right level for a particular area.
Cool.
Mike Wolf.
Nice idea.
Yeah, good idea, he would really like it.
I have like 58,000 RPGs I need to get to, and I need to like get somewhere in this one before I can even think about another RPG.
GG.
I also need to beat Threads of Fate, which I'm probably closer to. Is it alright? Thanks for the GGs, by the way. Phew. That Esper's safe. It also appears to be alive. Is that even possible? Terra! What is it? Oh.
Mike Wolf. Nice job, Logan.
Thank you.
LCX. Just try it on Rampuri.
Okay. Which Suikoden should I do? The PS2 one that I think you or the PS1 game that I think you played, or which one? Or was it on PSP? I can't remember. No!
LCX. Plot twist time, face blue smiling,
Oh,
face blue
no.
smiling, face blue smiling.
The real Esper was the friends we made along the way. Terra and the Esper. They're reacting to each other. Terra is an Esper.
LCX. Suikoden 2 PS1.
Okay.
It's time to wake up. Have you ever watched the Why Final Fantasy Matters YouTube video?
No. What? What is this I'm feeling? Aw, she's going through puberty.
It's time to wake up. Final Fantasy 7.
What's going on? My chest, it's growing.
LCX. I think so, but not sure. LCX. Ah, that one, yes.
Please tell me. Who
LCX.
am I?
I've even recommended it to
Who?
others. LCX. It's long.
Terra! The
It's time to
Esper!
wake up. 3 hours, I think.
It's responding to her. Terra! Get away from that thing!
LCX. It's a loaded 3 hours though.
Yeah. So it's much
It's
like
time
playing
to wake
FF7 itself. It's
I've
long,
watched quite a
but
few
it's
and that one is
rewarding,
the best.
and they pack
LCX.
a lot in
I disagree
a long
with some takes,
period.
but it's well produced.
Using all 7 of
Mike
those
Wolf.
modes.
Great screenshots in Suikoden.
Okay. Oh, it is not afraid to use all 7 of those modes.
It's time to wake up. Yes, there are some stretches made. Mike Wolf. The battles are fun as fuck.
Are you awake? Where's Terra? She turned into, something and flew away. She looks like...
LCX. Luca Blight fight really hammers home how he's a monster of man. It's time to wake up. I asked that guy to make one for Chrono Trigger. LCX. What a way to go.
Yeah. Turn into a something and fly off. That's how I want to go out. She looks like an Esper. I will say the original music definitely packed more of a punch.
LCX. Hopelessly outnumbered, but he makes it look like he could win.
It might just be because I'm more used to the GBA version, but I'm kind of still preferring it. Something happened to Terra. There must be some sort of connection between her and that Esper. We need to find her. Witnesses said she went... What? She went streaking westward? Hello! Streaking, you say?
LCX. Canonically, he wasn't
Across
even using a
the
rune.
sky. Beyond Figaro. Streaking, you say? Now I'm invested. We've got to hurry! I promised I'd protect her. And see her, streaking. Loki! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The Empire will be back again for that Esper.
It's time to wake up. We're streaking, Frank the Tank. Blue,
Hell yeah.
you're my boy.
Seriously, did it really say streaking? Does streaking have another meaning that I don't know of? Because it only has one meaning to me. And it's not any meaning that makes sense in whatever context I'm sure this has. And someone needs to protect Bannon!
It's time to wake up. Old school movie references.
Okay. A former Imperial soldier. But still, we must help her.
LCX. Yes.
Okay.
LCX.
Let's split up.
Blue streak speeds by.
Oh! Like a
LCX.
streak of light, I guess, yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
I get it, I see, yeah. I guess I understand that. Like a streak of lightning. I get it. You know what? My interpretation is still better.
It's time to wake up. So it chew.
I like
It's
my
time to wake
interpretation
up.
better. Just like
So it
Terra.
chew.
Just like Terra, like flying in the nude across everyone. Just like.
LCX. Face fuchsia tongue out.
Just like some guy like. You wouldn't get a nude woman if she came falling out of the sky. And then all of a sudden, Terra just shows up, like... See? You didn't get her.
It's time to wake up. Healoo nurse.
Exactly. See?
LCX. Terra is quite pretty.
She is, though. I would not mind seeing her streaking in the sky.
LCX. Did ya see her in the FF6 PS1 FMV?
Nope.
It's time to wake up. Animaniacs reference.
I get the reference, yeah.
No Saurian. Yes.
You had to track down clues.
LCX. She's also in FF Dissidia.
Okay. Oh shit, we can't... Oh, we can't do Terra, because... Yeah, Damn. Well, she wasn't a great healer, but she was a healer.
It's time to wake up. The whitest kids you know had a naked women falling from the sky skit. LCX.
I believe you.
Kefka dis idia voice is exactly how I imagined LOL.
So what, that crosses over the lore of FF6 and FF7? That's pretty cool. Oh wait, no, Dissidia's... Oh wait, yeah, no, Dissidia's, Right, no, I'm thinking of Crystal Chronicles. Dissidia's the DMC-like, I think. Oh wait, no, Locke is the... Wait. No, I don't want Locke. I'm gonna try...
LCX. FF Dissidia is a 3D 1v1 fighter and crosses over all the Final Fantasies.
Oh yeah!
It's time to wake up. DBZ Abridged stole the Mr. Popo gallon of LSD from the whitest kids you know.
I do not like that show. My roommate keeps trying to send me clips from it, and it's always just like the stupidest. It's not even like so stupid. It's not even like a funny kind of stupid. It's just dumb and obnoxious and early internet humor, which was just dumb and obnoxious for the sake of being dumb and obnoxious. It reminds me of like Smosh, and I do not like that kind of shit. The shit that was popular when I was a kid, and even as a kid, I thought was just loud and obnoxious.
It's time to wake up. DBZ Abridged? It's awesome.
Never seen it. Also, never seen DBZ, so I probably wouldn't get any of it.
It's time to wake up. The whitest kids you know stole the robot chicken humping robot skit, turned it into the sex robot.
That sounds like
LCX.
something they would do.
Zero Note Tsukaima Abridged has Louise singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow while casting magic. It's time to wake up. The whitest kids you know is mostly meh or lame, but they got a few bangers. LCX.
I mean, to be fair, I like
really nice
SNL,
animator
which is
about
the original
3 kids
Whitest
who buy a
Kids You
sex
Know,
robot.
and that is also an entirely accurate description of that, so...
LCX.
Isn't it cool how I
Forgot
like a
the
show
title.
despite the
It's
fact
a
that
new
like
indie
90%
animation
of it
on
is
YouTube.
garbage? Isn't that great?
LCX.
That's just sketch comedy in
Let
general.
me find it.
Like, most of it is garbage, but when it's not, oh boy, it is slightly less than garbage. Oh, okay. I see.
It's time to wake up. The Pledge of Allegiance and the selling one's soul to the Illuminati to become famous were my favorite too. It's time to wake up. Do you know of Key and Peele?
Yeah. Kind of. I admit it, I haven't really watched any of Key and Peele's shit, but
LCX.
I've heard it's alright.
Found it. LCX. It's called Layla. LCX. https://youtube.be/i4609vp2y?dpqm_lizzy i4_fcbqv1. It's time to wake up. They were pretty funny. LCX.
I believe that.
About 3 kids who buy a sex robot. It's surprisingly wholesome.
Oh, okay. I mean, if it aired on TV, it would kind of have to be somewhat wholesome. You can't... There's only so much you can show on TV.
It's time to wake up. Kids and sex robots don't mix. LCX.
That's not what
No,
Kurumi
it's an
says.
indie production.
Oh, no, oh, okay, so it was... I thought this was, like, Whitest Kids You Know or something.
LCX. You'd be surprised how they handled the premise.
Okay.
It's time to wake up. Bender Bending Rodriguez is the coolest robot.
I'm sorry, did you say gender bending Rodriguez? That's okay, you know what? You got my attention. I'm not gonna lie, you got my attention.
LCX. I'd prefer a roll robot instead.
Okay.
LCX. Face blue smiling. It's time to wake up. Bender Bending Rodriguez from Futurama.
Oh. Is that his full name? Bender Bending Rodriguez? I didn't know that. They should have had an episode where he was gender bending. Then again, does Bender even have a gender? Does he have robo-balls? I'm sure there's some lore there somewhere. I'll be damned if I'm gonna find it.
It's time to wake up. Yes, he was born in Tijuana. LCX. Bender is overtly male in presentation.
Well, yeah, but, like... I'm just saying, did they make the robot anatomically correct? That is entirely what I'm asking.
It's time to wake up. He is male, he had a baby with the vending machine, he dated Amy Wong.
Okay.
It's time to wake up. Robosexual.
I started watching Futurama, I only got to, like, season 2. I just don't know, like, all of the detailed lore of Futurama. Which is funny, because I marathoned the entirety of The Simpsons, and I like Futurama.
LCX.
I need to get back to
Reincarnated
Futurama.
as a vending machine in another world.
Yep. Did I say? Oh, well, I'm doing it again now.
It's time to wake up. You are doing yourself a disservice by not watching all of Futurama.
I know, I need to watch it.
LCX. LOL, I'm seriously considering streaming that Kemco Ice Guy JRPG.
Apparently Kemco RPGs are pretty decent. Although it does sound pretty much just like Kemco making somewhat decent games with kind of a cheap feel. That sounds about right.
Haha, I've seen maybe 10 episodes randomly.
I'm surprised you watched that much. It sounds very aggressively not your thing. I'm surprised you decided to keep going that far. before you realized it was not your thing. Or maybe it is your thing. I don't know.
LCX. No choice, it was airing.
Oh,
It's
okay.
time to wake up. Futurama and Dragon Ball Z Abridged are easily my favorite two cartoons. LCX. And I was watching Samurai Jack after it.
What's Samurai? Oh, well. Something that's probably more L-approved than Futurama, presumably. It's Futurama, but with Lolicon. That's what I choose to believe.
LCX. Samurai Jack is a masterclass in kinetic storytelling. It's time to wake up. Cartoon Network original Samurai Jack.
Okay.
LCX. Shows you what's happening with very little words.
I mean, I always do say, like, show don't tell, and I think there's, you know, at least from an American perspective, that's kind of seen as really good storytelling. I don't see that a lot in, like, Japanese animation. It's very narrative-driven.
LCX. Show don't tell is basics of writing. It's time to wake up.
I'll tell that to the Japanese.
Courage,
they need
the
to figure that out,
cowardly dog was
apparently.
goat.
Because, like, just about every anime I've seen is, like, tell in nauseating, excruciating detail.
LCX. Even Japanese animation does that. Nothing but retro gaming. Hello there, I just got done watching Teen Titans and Static Shock. LCX. See, the info dump you see in Japanese anime are usually red herrings.
Oh, okay. I don't know. It's like, for me, and I've realized,
LCX.
I've gotten some
It's a
heat.
ruse, it's not the whole truth.
So, like, this is something.
LCX. Hey Levon.
Here's a take that I've gotten some shit for in the past. One of my least favorite things in, like,
Nothing but retro
movies,
gaming.
television,
Hey,
literature, video games, etc. is internal monologuing. I hate it. I think that it's just... One, I don't think it necessarily matters what the internal thought process is of a character. And two, even if it does, show it by action. Don't narrate it. Like, you don't need to narrate. Like, the bad guy does not need to give a 40-minute monologue soliloquy about how much he's the bad guy. You know how we know you're the bad guy? Do bad
It's
shit.
time to wake up. And then, you must cut down the tallest tree in the woods with a herring.
Is that where we get the term red herring?
LCX. Internal monologue works when you want the audience to know for sure what the character is thinking.
But, like, do we want to know that? Like, does it... Like, can you not...
LCX. LOL no.
Like, can you not... just, like, show that by either A, action, or B, Like, if you aren't showing it by action, then what they are thinking is kind of irrelevant. Like, if they aren't acting
LCX.
on what they are thinking,
Yes,
is it not
it's
kind of
necessary
irrelevant?
in a lot of Japanese anime/manga. It's time to wake up. Does anyone know of Monty Python and Holy Grail?
Oh, hell yeah. That is LDP core right there. That is LDP approved. LDP approved comedy. Life of Brian is okay too, but I prefer Holy Grail.
LCX. You can do that, but Japanese anime/manga generally uses a different style of storytelling than you're used to. LCX. Perhaps finish a series/story from start to finish, then decide?
I get. Well, here's the other thing too, is like internal monologuing always like especially when it's like a villain doing it, it always pisses me off because like every single time they do it, I'm just like, why doesn't the
LCX.
why doesn't the protagonist just
For
like
example,
stab him
Cloud's
while he's
introspection
doing
doesn't
his
work with the
like
show.
evil
Don't tell
monologue?
perspective.
I have I am going to rule the world, but first let me tell you why I'm going to rule the world. For you see, ever since I was stab, dead. Like seriously, like so many stories would just end if you did that.
LCX. That's easily explainable. It's time to wake up. And what do you burn witches with? More witches.
Well, there you go.
LCX. Usually in a show like DBZ, it's happening in fractions of seconds. LCX. Even in sports anime.
Sports anime? What? No, of course that's a thing. Actually, wait a minute. I should know that's a thing. They've made like
It's time
Famicom
to wake
games
up.
based off sports anime,
My
like
last two
baseball
posts
games.
were Holy Grail lines.
Yes.
LCX. The time it takes to shoot the basketball is the time it takes for the monologue to happen internally.
So like we're just supposed to like suspend our disbelief and be like, oh, time stopped so that fucking whoever the bad guy is can go on a soliloquy for 45 minutes about how he's the bad guy instead of just, doing bad shit to prove that he's the bad guy.
LCX. Yes.
I don't know. Well, even in Western media, they do that all the time. Like fucking Breaking Bad. Like I love Breaking Bad, but like, and to be fair, like Breaking Bad is like very, very heavily inspired by Macbeth.
LCX.
Which is, Shakespeare.
In general,
Shakespeare kind of invented that whole style of writing, and just like go on like this
LCX.
passionate 5-minute long
Unless you are
monologue
watching a show
about
for
how you're the
kids.
bad guy instead of just using that time to do bad things.
LCX. Or some kiddie shounen anime.
like, even here, like, Kefka doesn't... Well, I mean, like so far, Kefka's actually been pretty good at this, but, like, here's the thing, is, like, he poisoned a water supply. He doesn't need to go on, like, 5 minutes about, like, why he poisoned the water supply.
Grass, bottomless magazines, everything explodes, etc. Hollywood
like, not
is
everything needs an explanation.
LCX.
Sometimes bad things just happen because
to gain empathy for the character.
People are psychotic. Sometimes there doesn't need to be a reason. The reason is people are fucking crazy. People are, like, mentally unhinged and just snap. That's how it usually happens in the real world. Most of the time, bad people don't have a motive beyond just they're fucking crazy.
LCX. I think you're generalizing too much based on very limited knowledge of anime.
I'm not even, like I said though, I'm not even talking about anime. American...
LCX. Did you even finish Death Note?
I did, yeah. Death Note did a lot of that shit, and honestly, like, I liked Death Note, but again, like, the thing I didn't like is how they were just, like, a lot of it just relied on plot convenience. Like, how, like, just Light and L were just coincidentally, like, one step ahead of each other. Like, I understand they're very smart people who can, like, you know... But, like, there's a difference between being smart and...
LCX.
Just...
Yes, it's more realistic to not
being
know
one
what the
step ahead of
antagonist's
the other.
motivations are, but why do you think that makes it better?
I mean, I don't know. I guess I can concede a bit. I was going a bit overboard, but still, like, I think you can, like, I think you can show...
Light in terms of pure
I think you
IQ,
can show that you
more
are the
trump
bad
cards at
guy
his disposal.
instead of telling it. If you want to, like, say, like, oh, he's, you know, doing a bad thing because of whatever, corporate greed or something, show him doing something overtly for corporate greed. Like, is he doing it because, I don't know,
LCX.
Somebody killed his father or something?
I think that's a matter of personal preference.
I guess it is personal preference. I just think it's sloppy writing. My
LCX.
personal preference is that it's sloppy
Why
writing.
not both?
Because the other way is just sloppy, and it artificially lengthens the book, or movie, or television show, or something. That's really what it comes down to, is artificial lengthening.
Greed killed Optimus Prime.
That's really what it comes down to, is artificial lengthening. And that's the thing, though, is, like, they do this in Western media, too. Again, like I said, this whole idea started from Shakespeare, a European playwright from the 1500s. It is entirely Eurocentric. The Japanese adopted that writing style years later. And honestly, it probably existed before Shakespeare, too, but that's where it was sort of popularized. But no, that's what it is. It's just artificial lengthening. Like, you want a play to go... Like, you have, like, a page quota, or you have...
LCX.
You have to fill a runtime on a TV show, or you have to have a play go a certain amount of time because whatever, X, Y, and Z. It's artificial lengthening.
LCX. And if the author chooses to do so and it's justified, it works just fine.
But I don't think it is justified. That's my opinion. I don't think it's ever justified. I think that there's always a way to show, not tell. And that usually, I would argue, always yields better results.
LCX. Some stories are built upon purely internal monologue.
I mean, I guess if the story is built purely upon internal monologue, that
LCX.
makes sense.
I think that's very narrow-minded.
I guess if the story is built upon internal monologue, that makes sense. I think you can do that where it's just like the internal thoughts of one person and like almost like their psychotic manifesto in a sense. I think if you're doing something like that, that's fine. But just in, like, typical writing, it's annoying to me.
LCX. So are you backpedaling?
I mean, I guess in that one specific use case, yes, I will backpedal slightly.
It's time to wake up. Olet Gedley. Something like 40% of people don't have an internal monologue. I wonder what that is like. I bet those are the people who lay down and immediately pass out.
I don't get the reference, but I appreciate it. Thank you. You know what, actually, I'm probably gonna call it a stream. We made a bit of progress.
It's time to wake up.
We touched on a lot of different topics.
It's from an actual study of real people.
An actual study of real people? Okay.
LCX. I think being able to see into the character's mindset is a power granted to the audience only in fiction and is a way to gain a true understanding of the character's motivation. No Saurian. Wow, 40%? I can hardly imagine not having an internal monologue.
I think that, well, again though, the way that you gain insight into a character... There we go. I think the way that you gain insight into a character is, again, by...
LCX. Without said monologue, anyone can make 9,999 interpretations of a clear action. LCX. X killed Y.
I mean, like, you can even... I mean, like, if you build a character, if you
LCX.
build a character up...
Why did X kill Y? Joe Blogger explains. LCX.
Here's the thing. I think if you are good at developing your character, they don't need to explain it. If you are good at developing your character.
Why ate X's cheese steak? LCX. Wait, Jane Blogger has a better explanation and better evidence.
Well, first of all, one, that I don't necessarily think it's bad to leave something up to an artist's interpretation, but even if there is only one intended interpretation, fine, whatever. My thing is, if you write the character and you develop the character well enough...
LCX. Author says both are wrong. Knew the author is dead.
Well, I mean, yeah, like... I mean, even if there is an explanation, like, even if there is an explanation in the text, you know, how do we know that it's a reliable narrator? Like, the author or the narrator might be lying. The narrator's not always trustworthy.
LCX. And that ambiguity just splits the
Like,
fan base.
Yeah,
It's
like
time
for
to wake
example,
up.
like The Shining. Like,
Nobody better eat my cheesesteak.
like for example, in The Shining, like there are like intentional inconsistencies because like this one person has been sober for 7 months and then he says he's been sober for 3 years because, you know, if you're an alcoholic, 7 months sober can feel like 3 months sober. It can feel longer than it is because you're just, you know, craving alcohol. Something like that. But anyway, my point is I think if you
LCX.
develop a character
And up
and
to this
you
day, no one
give
can
them
discern what those
enough of
ambiguities really
and
are.
you give them enough of
It's time to
a
wake up.
backstory and enough.
Look what happened to Star Wars with all the novels and comics and Disney's movies.
Well, that's a whole other thing. That's called retconning, and that's, you know, a whole other thing. But if you develop your character and you continually write them,
LCX.
you can
That's
still
not
kind
my
of show
idea
not
of good
tell.
writing, more like relying on the fan base to do the legwork.
Well, no, that's relying on the writer to do the legwork. That's relying on the writer to actually develop their character. Anyway, we could actually have this conversation on Saturday if you're interested, but I think I'm going to head out.
LCX. Nah, the writer can just place intentionally ambitious clues. LCX. The fanbase will do the legwork. LCX. Ambiguous.
Yeah.
LCX. Read my stories.
I mean, I have. Well, not all of them, but I've read a couple of them.
LCX. They're all ambiguous and voiced by me.
I will say you definitely have a very distinctive writing style. I can't really think of anybody. Like, if I read. You definitely have your own writing style. Like, if I read something, even if you didn't tell me that you wrote it, I could probably have a decent idea that you wrote it.
LCX. There's like 6 of them in video format called L's Bedtime Stories.
True. I should read those. You know, I hate to pick on Arus again.
No, Sorian. Okay, I'll try to check those out.
Oh
It's
yeah,
time
check
to
them out.
wake
They're
up.
good.
Have you ever watched the film Comics Explained or Analyzing Evil YouTube channels? They break down stories. LCX. Really? Read Rivers of Blood. LCX. Tell me if you think I wrote it.
Okay. I hate to pick on Arus again, but let's rate Arus. He is playing FF7. I think that's a good transition anyway. You know, if I'm playing FF6, he's playing FF7. I think it's a good transition.
LDP. Rate Arus. LCX. I'll link it in your
So,
Discord.
tomorrow night,
Dinner
I will be
Productions.
playing some
Tonight,
PlayStation
we are
Vita
rating
games.
Arus
I
218.
sideloaded some
He is a
Vita
fellow
games. I'm
classic
gonna
RPG
do
lover,
more
and
of
probably
that
streaming one
tomorrow
right
before
now,
stream.
so come
Hopefully
join me in
it'll
rating
all
him.
work.
https
Saturday, I will be on Lstream playing FF7 myself.
www.youtube.com/channel/wcxlbswxdq-ncbh07ssxhgzjg.
What was it? I'll be finishing Super Castlevania 4 and possibly getting to some other. I might be able to get to Sokoden 2 as well. I'll play a little bit of it and then maybe some other stuff. You know, whatever we have time for. Monday, I am going to be continuing on through the M's with Alphacade, Atari 2600. Tuesday, I'll be continuing on with Threads of Fate. I know it's been a while since I got to that, but we're going to get back to that. And then next Thursday will be more Final Fantasy VI Advance. So, thank you guys so very much for watching. Always super appreciated. Thank you, Arus218, Electric, LCX, Karumi, It's Time to Wake Up, Master Gundam of Senpai Vlogs, Mid-Tier Guard, Mike Wolf, Nosorian,
Renee W.
Orc War
Bye,
Chief
everyone.
Reviews, Nothing But Retro Gaming, Renee W, Triforce Hunter, Nintendo Volts, Ketsu Sanya, Shefenti, Cadavret, Study 17, and Verdenchi Man. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Good night. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Bye, everyone.